Good morning. We slept in this barn last night and looking out the window this morning it's pouring it down again, and we are heading today to Saltburn. Aren't we, darling?
Yes.
Is it beautiful out there?
Beautiful.
Oh no. Yeah, that's what we're heading into. It probably doesn't even look bad on camera. We didn't sleep so good last night, even though it was great accommodation. It was a little bit cold and there's lots of spider webs. But we're looking out this morning and it is pouring it down again. We are heading to Saltburn today, so it's probably only 15 miles, which is a shorter day, but I will try and film what I can as usual. We have headed north out of Kildale and come up to a forest area. It has been quite tough going this morning. The rain has been constant and it is just letting up at the moment. It's kind of misty and foggy, I'd say now, and I think it's going to carry on raining, but I thought while there's a little gap we will have a little catch up. So we headed north out of Kildale and it was quite a, I wouldn't say a steep ascent, but a long ascent up to this little forest area, and we've passed over the Esk Valley Railway, which is one of the few surviving country railways here in England. There's not many left, I don't think. And we are heading over into Captain Cook country today. So we will hopefully be getting to the monument soon. I'm keeping everything crossed that the rain's not too bad when we get up there. But we are both well. We are both kind of committed to see this day through, regardless of the weather again. I mean, it was pretty miserable yesterday, but we got through it as usual. So I will keep you posted how we get along the way and speak to you soon. And here we have Captain Cook's monument, and just in case the weather gets too bad later, we are heading over there, which is that little hill there. That is a roseberry topping. Captain James Cook is the Teesside area's most celebrated son. The famous explorer and navigator is best known for being the first European to make contact with Australia. He was born in 1728 in the village of Marton, now a suburb of Middlesbrough. I was going to touch it, but I can't reach because there's all this wire here. Oh well, I got close to the monument. Okay, you need long arms to be able to physically touch the monument. That is so funny. And here we have the plaque. In 1736, when he was still a young boy, his family moved to Airy Home Farm, just to the south of Rosebery Topping. After Captain Cook finished his schooling in 1741, he started work for his father as a farmhand, and it's during this time that he made regular expeditions to the summit of Rosebery Topping. Cook eventually left Airy Home Farm in 1745, when he moved to the fishing village of Staithes to work as a grocer. This clearly wasn't the career for him, and after only 18 months he left for Whitby to join the Merchant Navy and begin his life on the sea. you can see Rosebery Topping behind me here. Now it's strange because the Cleveland Way officially goes to the top of it and back down again, so you do retrace your steps, but it is part of the Cleveland Way. You can avoid it, but because it's the official route, we're doing it all properly. So we will be climbing to the top of there. Here you can see you've got the acorn there going towards Rosebery Topping and also in that direction, so you're supposed to go up to Rosebery Topping, all the way back again, and then you follow it that way. But where are we going, darling?
Up that big hill.
Oh yeah, up the big hill. Let's show you a better view from over here before we start our descent and then ascent. Hello!
We did it.
We have made it down from Rosebery Topping, and I thought I'd have it as a perfect backdrop behind me. It was an exhilarating hike up. It's certainly got those leg muscles working, but it has inspired Vikings and Britons alike to head up to the top. And even today, it was quite busy up there, so lots of people come here. It's isolated apart from all the other Cleveland hills in the area, and it stands at 320 metres tall, which is 1,050 feet. So only a third of the size of, say, Scafell Pike, but it's still very impressive in its own right. It is known as the Yorkshire Matahorn, I think that's what it's called, and that's because of the shape of it, which you probably can't see from this angle, but earlier on in the footage you should see that. But it has been absolutely wonderful, and obviously James Cook grew up in this area, and it is said to have inspired him and his explorations, because he used to come up here and climb up to the top of there and used to look down across the views, which was certainly spectacular. I mean, we have just been so lucky with the weather today. But I was going to tell you about the legend of a prince and a queen, but I think I'll save that for bedtime, because I'm literally sat here on a path with my arm outstretched in the wind and people walking past me. So yes, I will save that legend for later. So onward to Saltburn we go.
For you, madam.
Why, thank you. That wasn't a leap. I'm gonna do a full 360 pano because the views up here are incredible. I think two little elves live in this tree. We are heading on the final stretch through Saltburn Woods, and I thought this was a perfect opportunity before we got to the sea to tell you all about the legend of Prince Osway, like I promised earlier. This has gone down in history books, and how much of it's true we will never know, but I hope you're sitting comfortably because I'm going to tell you all about it. King Oswald, he was the king of Northumbria, and he and his wife had a baby boy and named him after his father, shortened it a little bit to Prince Osway. Now, they loved him very, very much, but one evening his wife went to bed and had the most terrible nightmare. She dreamed that their precious baby boy was going to drown on his 2nd birthday. She was distraught when she woke up and told her husband all about it, who then called a meeting with all his wise men and decided that this was a premonition, and they all believed it was going to come true and that Prince Osway was in fact going to die on his 2nd birthday. She was distraught but very determined that this was not going to happen. So they decided that she would head off to somewhere where there was no water. So she was going to aim for the top of a hill. So near around the birthday, she set off south, headed to the top of a hill that we know as Rosebery Topping. So she got up there absolutely exhausted, but quite confident in the fact there was no water around and no harm would come to her son. However, Prince Osway woke up and decided to start exploring. And little did they know there was a spring at the summit of Rosebery Topping called Rosebery Well. Upon waking, the Queen discovered the lifeless body of her son in the water, and she was grief-stricken and later died just out of grief. Obviously, the king was heartbroken when he found this out, but wanted the mother and the child buried together. So he buried them in a place called Tivertdale, which he then decided to change the name to Osway by his mother Lay, which now we know it shortened as Osmotherley. So that is how Osmotherley came to be called that, and that is the legend of Prince Osway. Not a very nice story to end the day with, but it was a legend nevertheless. Right, we're going to head off to the sea, get some food and get some rest. So we will probably see you tomorrow. Goodbye!